Hi everyone, I'm Jamie Spencer from Miss Jamie OT, and today I'm going to be talking about some activities that you can do with the manipulation dot activity packet. So when you print out the packet, there are many different pages, and what I chose to do was keep some pages plain, just regular sheets of paper, and then I took another set of the booklet and I laminated them. So this way, if we wanted to do something messy or like as I said, do Play-doh balls, you can stick it on and then it just peels right off and it's still nice and clean. You can also put the plain packets like this into a sheet protector, which are usually available at the dollar store. And I just wanted to show everybody who bought this packet some fun activities and some ways to use the packet to track progress and keep an idea of what your child is doing and what they need help with. If you purchased the manipulation dot activity packet, you want to start off by deciding what activity you want to measure with your student. On the sheet, you're going to write the child's name and the date, and then determine what you want to work on with that student. So you also are going to determine which sheet you used. You're going to write down which sheet you're using and which manipulatives you're going to do with the child. So that's a great way of keeping track. You can also write down how long it took the child and any other notes that you might see that the child had difficulty with or anything like that. So a simple sheet like this is just lowercase letters. One activity that you can do is take any game or toy that has capital letters on it and simply have the child match the letters to the lowercase. If you wanted to make it harder, you could make them do it in order. So if you had a bunch of letters over here, your child is working on manipulation by flipping them over, and then they're using figure ground skills to search in the pile of letters for the exact one they want. On top of that, they're also working on left to right scanning and top to bottom, which is what we need for reading. So if you're doing it that way, then you can track it on the sheet and see how the child does. Another thing you can do with the letter sheets and also the plain colored dot sheets is match a toy or a sticker or even a ball of Play-doh by color. So it depends on what you have in your bag of tricks. I love to use stickers. If you're using stickers, you're going to use a sheet that is not laminated or covered in anything, and you have the child simply peel the sticker and match them to the color. If you wanted to, you could jazz it up by writing the child's sight words or spelling words of the week in these boxes and also having them tell you what the sight word is as they're putting the stickers there. So they're working on using two hands together, manipulation for peeling, and then whatever literacy, or if you wanted to add a math component in here at the same time. So that's why I love these sheets, because they're so versatile. You can also do something fun like using Play-Doh. Have your child grab a bunch of Play-Doh, use one hand, roll it into a meatball, and then line it up on the balls, on the circles. If you have matching colors of Play-Doh, that's even better. But if you don't, that's fine too. Then you can go and have the child use one finger to squish the meatballs that they created, which is also then working on hand strength. Again, if you wanted to write something in the circle, then you're working on whatever other skill that you put in there. If you're working on money, or you're doing it with an older child, or you just happen to have only pennies available, then the penny sheets are perfect for that. You can have the pennies in a bowl, use two hands if you want, depends on what you're working on with that student. You can have them pick it up with one hand, hand it to the other and put it on, or you can have one hand stay still. The dominant hand has to cross over midline in order to put the penny there. You can also, once they're done putting the pennies, you notice on this sheet, some of the pennies are heads up and some are tails up. So you can have them match it and then quickly and time them and have them flip them over as fast as they can. So then you're working on the forearm turning over, which is called supination and pronation. And we need that skill for our kids to develop good manipulation and also scissor skills. So then you'd track how long it took the student. You'd write down that you used pennies so that the next time you come back to this activity, you can measure their progress. If you get creative, you can use whatever toys or household items you have laying around to work on the manipulation dot activity packet. So you can see here, I have some squigs, one of my favorite children's toys. And one activity I love to do with kids is to have them match the colors. So they have to put green on green. They have to tell me the letter or the number. So I'm gonna have them say, this is for Z. And then with squigs in particular, E, I have them put something on the top. So then they're working on using their fine motor skills. These are just little beads that you'd find in the dollar store that go in a vase, but you could have them balance a penny on it or use a marble or anything like that. And with squigs, you're using two hands and then you're pulling them off. You can also, with the marbles, one thing I love to do with little marbles like this is to work on hand strength by sticking them into a simple household container. This is just a wet ones container, but if you don't have one of those, you can always just kind of slice a hole in a coffee can and work on hand strength to stick it in the hole. For some reason, kids love to do this. And you can have them, if you want to work on manipulation, which is what the packet is all about, hold more than one, and then they have to get it to the fingertips and then stick it in. They're also working on bilateral coordination by holding the container. With the plain sheets, you can also practice using stamps or even practice handwriting if you have the children write letters or words or anything within the dots, or you can use stamps like little tiny finger stamps I have here, and you can have your child practice patterns, have them do, this is a snail right here, so he's facing one way, and then you could have him twist so he has to face another way and do a pattern. A, B, stamp again. Whoops, I went the wrong way. So there's so many ways to use this packet to work on manipulation skills. You just really want to look around at what you have in the house and find inventive ways to use it.